everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we hear Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an Eldritch Twist. And gosh darn it, we're playing Tales from the Yawning Portal with an Eldritch Twist. This week we're back with the Pebblecule. I am your GM, Matt, and there's Merrick. I am your GM, Matt, and I am pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic crew of players, Bun, Haley, Raz, and Bach. Pow! I don't know what I'm doing.
Waka waka waka.
Waka 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 waka.
I don't know. Don't question
No,
it.
let's just keep getting a beat going and everybody just starts doing something.
Oh, that's a good improv
Waka,
exercise.
waka, 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 waka.
I hate that my brain was immediately like, Ron, Ron,
please. Dumbledore.
Harry Potter, Harry Potter, yeah, Harry Potter, Harry Potter.
That's the one that goes Dumbledore, right?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that once, and it was just a splinter in my brain. And I was like, I need to never watch this again, or I'll never say any other words. Oh, amazing. Oh,
It's a good
welcome
focus,
everybody.
Jim.
Welcome, cast and audience alike, back to our strange little tale. We are coming off of a rather interesting episode. It was a doozy making the title card for it for YouTube because it was kind of a twofer. You got to see the ending of a Grimace Fist plotline. We are out of the 7 demon jar over there, and you got to see the beginning of the new Tales Does Tales Pebblecule plotline. We need to I guess it's just gonna be the Pebblecule. We'll just call it the Pebblecule timeline over there.
It is
Yeah.
the Pebblecule.
Because it's all Tales
It's
Does
the puppy.
Tales. It's all spooky fun times. Thank you, Devoured by the Wolf, for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. But yeah, last time was sort of a dual episode. It is on both playlists over on the YouTube. If you didn't know, we have a YouTube where we upload all of our VODs. So you can go and catch up on all of the tales that we tell here. I will also say, fun little peek behind the screen into the days before Patreon, because now we have a Patreon, Papiao, and that is where you can go and add your requests on some polls. If you are our higher tier members, you can actually give just free form answers. I'll talk about that more probably this episode.
Probably.
But you get to influence the games that we are playing over here. And before that, way long ago, I did a poll in Twitch about whether or not Noda, the little haberdasher, secret keeper person that you first encounter in Wakawa for Rift and Reaper, whether that person was someone we'd met before or someone entirely new. And the audience decided someone we'd met before, which is why Noda was a puppet run by Papa. So that is the audience decided that they're going to be a little bit of shenaniganery happening there. Papa sticking her nose over in Grimma's business and getting a little bit of a lead on things. So yeah, a little peek behind the curtain there. Super excited for today's special episode. We're gonna get right into it. I forgot to talk to our cast before going live, but there's gonna be a couple of scenes that we are going to leave unseen by us for now, and we might revisit those down the line. But that is all with the purpose of getting us straight to the hot, steamy, horrific, tentacly action today.
I don't want to be straight.
Okay, we'll curve right into this.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a curve
Okay.
to the left.
Okay, cool.
You might need
I
to
just-
wait to let it melt before it could. No. I hate me.
I love it.
If you don't already know, trigger warning for this show, we do a lot of Eldritch and Gothic horror, cosmic and Gothic horror, so there's going to be a body horror, there's going to be all kinds of weird, unreliable narrators. Ooh, there's a hype train. That's not a trigger warning, I'm just letting you know. Remind me in a second to talk about that. Unreliable narrator, hallucinations, diseases, poxes, chopped off limbs, all that kind of fun stuff. And speaking of fun stuff, September is here. I forgot to talk about it last week. Last week was the first week of September. It is September. Go and get you some subs. Get you some subs up in there. We know you like
Just
subs.
make sure you treat them nicely.
No,
Treat them very nicely.
I said it the second time, and I was like, I know us, and
And
here we go.
Always offer aftercare.
Yep.
Yes,
Make sure
yes.
there's a safe word.
Honestly. Green, yellow, red, great system.
Practice safe subbing.
The safe word is 50-50.
Sorry, Matt, we love you.
I love it. I only weep out of joy. Incredible. Oh, amazing. Okay, I
The
think
only problem with green, I'm so sorry, but my face keeps disappearing.
your face does just vanish just a little bit, but it's okay. You're reborn. You're still figuring out how to corporealize.
Yeah,
But
I don't know how.
I'm giving too much away. I'm gonna say one more thing. We got Sponers. We got some sponsors in there. The links have already been dropped in chat. Go check them out. Go drop some subs. Happy September. And by the way, there are a ton of shows still happening. Total Party Chaos is not on this week. Look for that coming up soon. However, tomorrow we are going to have the second episode of Tabletop Test Kitchen, which is our brand new show that is being sort of co-GM'd by two amazing GMs. There is Matt, not this Matt, the other Matt, that is doing a lot of Flabbergasted, which is an amazing, like, roaring 20s, somewhere in the ambiguous zone of, is it New York, is it London? We don't know, but it's a fun time. If you did not see that already, go check it out on YouTube. It was amazing, super, super fun. Luna played an occultist tarot reader, and it was always unsure of whether or not it was real occultism or janky Vegas show occultism, and it was a lot of fun. Let's see. And then this week is going to be RPG Mom. Rosie is going to be doing some thirsty sword lesbians, as if there was not enough thirst on this channel. You're going to get some more, and I'm excited for you.
Is that this week?
That is this week, yes.
Good. I have someone I need to remind that is this week because they were uncertain.
That is tomorrow night at, I believe, a 9 p.m. Eastern time is when is the go live for that stream. So stay tuned for that. And then obviously we got the original Thirst, the deep Thirst, 100 episodes and counting of Thirst, Vengalia over on Wednesdays.
100 episodes and counting.
Haley's never gonna get out of that cage. Hashtag save Haley. And,
Hashtag save Haley. Have
and
we
love
refreshed
it,
your
yeah.
water lately? Do you have new bedding?
No, not new bedding, but I do have fresh water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a pizza dropped off tonight.
Ah.
Perfect.
Very nice.
See, take care of your subs. Oh, what a shithead I am. And with that, we are gonna move right in to our amazing episode and remind ourselves what all happened last time we told our tale. The Pebblecule, a group of 4 adventurers. The giant, halfling, maybe, we're not sure. Pebble, giant. The smallest stone giant pebble, the namesake of this little married polycule. Myrick, the dragonborn wizard. Narkissa, the voidwalker Kalishtar rogue, who apparated from the land of dreams. Winveer, the fairy rogue, or not rogue, she feels roguish.
Ranger?
The fairy ranger. Blightcaller Ranger. Y'all have been adventuring ever since a lot of turmoil happened in the group 1 whole dungeon ago, which is how we measure time in a dungeon crawl campaign. Did you know? No. You went through the Forge of Fury, a vast complex of tunnels and halls inside of the Stone Tooth, a mountain inside of a region known as Zanari's Tears. You were able to traverse through those dark and dank lands, unearthing secrets of the Dreamlands and all manner of strange tales interwoven between the 4 of you. While there, Winnie had memories of her lost but not forgotten Saoirse.
I was like, forgot.
The fungal druid who disappeared in their first dungeon, being swallowed up by a massive Gulthias tree, not to be seen again. And it is now that we are here, and Saoirse, through the strange combination of fungal Winnie spores, strange hand-shaped shoulder fungus, a little bit of black blood, and some dreamling ichor, a new birthing has occurred, inviting Saoirse back into the world. saw Marquise, a little bit of a oh yeah, trigger warning. We're gonna talk about rebirth and probably some of the various parts and accoutrements and things that accompany birth, because I just can't.
Afterbirth.
Yep.
All right.
We got some
That's
horns
right. They don't
happening.
ever appear.
Oh, they don't ever. Well, I can see them a little bit. Yeah, there we go. The former satyr, now bramble being, standing on wooden hooves and holding a strange staff of sporific wood that's incredible.
I'll just.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh,
it
that's
honestly,
fitting,
it looks amazing.
So
It does.
cute.
Okay.
I love it so much.
How we are.
It's so cute.
This is who I am today.
This is gonna be Raz's auditioning tape for the part of Aslan.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Baby Spice.
Oh.
Yes.
Amazing.
I could put little butterfly clips.
The butterfly. You need like mushroom clippies.
I do. I'm gonna look for mushroom clippies.
That'd be so good. But okay.
Anyway, sorry.
We got delightfully distracted. That was amazing.
I fucked up everything.
Saoirse has been reborn to the surprised and terrified screams of our little demon boy Jot, who ran out of the room very quickly, carrying that little piece of Winnie's hair that he bargained for when we previously saw Jottholomew, we know his true name to be, and Winveer. We also saw Papa closing in on that room to make sure that everything was okay. And Saoirse, noticing that the strange spiralization leading to that one eye of Papa's mask bore a striking similarity to the spiralized single eye of the semi-invisible creature that killed your cultist compatriots back in the womb of the Black Goat. Meanwhile, miles away, nearly on the other side of the world, on the other side of oceans, Winnie's forehead, where a moonstone has been implanted in it after the removal of a third eye. There's a lot of shit that's happened in this campaign. Started to glow brightly. And Winnie, you knew that something had happened even before the panicked screams of Jot entered your mind, stating that some weird goat plant woman has stumbled out of the goop and that he is not qualified for this shit. What I want to say
He's
is
just vibrating and hasn't stopped since. But we
You-
sit back down and have cake because Papa isn't waiting for us, and so we need to finish at least eating.
you sit back down and have cake. You are visiting Narcissa's parents in the capital city of Pentaragot, known as Gravemorn. What I want to say is, I want to leave
Sad little town.
this.
It's
this-
not little. It's giant.
It's a giant
but-
town, but it feels underpopulated, and the people here are thin and gaunt, but still apparently happy.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to specifically do while you are still here? We can leave some of this for flashbacks later, but I wanted to provide an opportunity. Is there anything specific you would like to RP or focus on with your time with Narcissa's parents?
I believe Mirik passed over one of our things.
Yes, you have given a bunch of gems to them so that they are...
Yeah. So, here you go. Monies.
Yeah.
Feed yourself, please.
They are extremely appreciative, and the little kids, not really understanding the notion of how valuable these things are, just sort of like start tossing them at each other and like still playing a little bit. The food here, you can tell just from the attitude of how they've been eating it, it's a little bit more sumptuous than usual. And you noted last time when they mentioned, Narcissa's mom mentioned specifically that the rations had been a little bit better as of late. Her mother looks very healthy, still thin, but full of color and life as she is tending to the family. The father looks tired. Little pretty big bags under his eyes. Very much that sort of laboring professor kind of look, but otherwise very happy, especially to have his daughter back under the roof, even for just a little while.
A little bit of seaweed underneath your eyes. Just you can mash it up into a paste and apply it.
I appreciate it. I've read a little bit. My dear wife has tried to get me to do a little bit more self-care. It's just, I'd honestly.
You
I'd
can
much
do it while
rather-
you're reading.
I don't mind as long as she doesn't care looking at this face. That's all that really matters, and I'd rather just focus on what I'm doing at the university. I've stumbled on some rather fascinating things. Now, I've been
Oh, what?
Narcissa,
What have you found?
I've been meaning to ask you. Did you? There was a map. There was a map in the lower halls, labeled 4D. I've been struggling to find it, and I can't tell if I've misplaced it or maybe one of my grad students has run off with it. Do you happen to remember where that was the last time you were here?
Let me think on that. 4D.
Uh-huh.
Off the top of my head, I am unsure of that map because I have been in the dream realm.
We really need to talk about that a bit more. Could you give me a deception check? Roll it twice and tell me what both numbers are.
Give me, oh damn it, dice. Oh, a 20 and then a 1.
Love it.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Amazing.
I have achieved balance today.
True
Balance.
balance. Okay,
The
so
universe is at peace.
what I was gonna say is the first one is what everyone around the table sort of gets. You were rolling an advantage against your dad because by dropping that little Dreamlines bit, he like completely got distracted. It's like, oh yes, the Dreamlines. Tell me, were you ever able to consecrate thought? Were you able to like make something out of nothing? We had talked about that theory before, but I wasn't sure if corporeality changed the thought's ability to manifest physical objects on that plane.
I'm gonna say yes. I was able to manifest thought, which is pretty interesting. I made myself some weaponry and some armor,
It is
And an
fascinating.
axe.
and it was.
He starts to get up.
I didn't create him out of nothing. He was already there.
He starts to like get up to go to his little study in the back, and your mom just like no, and just like pulls him back down into the seat. Honey, we're finishing. Let's finish our cake. It's delightful. Right. Sorry. And they get back to. You can see that there's been a little bit of a shake off, and he's back focused on polite conversation. If there's anything else, obviously we can revisit the scene in flashbacks if we ever want to. But if there's not anything else super pertinent that you'd like to ask before we move on, I will say that you do not have to wait long. Just about the time that there is an offer for you to stay there, there is a noticeable of like displaced space outside the front door, followed shortly by a knock. Were you expecting more company?
No.
I believe it's all right.
Gets up and sort of wanders over and opens the door, and you see a figure you do not recognize. There is like a tall collar overcoat, masculine with a goatee, a little bit of like a not a bowler hat, the tall, like it's not top hat, but mid, little short stack of a top hat. Hello, yes,
No, that's a stranger.
I'm here to pick up Winvir and the others. There's been a little bit of an incident back at the studio. We really need to prepare for things.
What incident?
Give me a perception check.
When he's nervous.
Yes.
Oh no. Perception? 10.
10? Okay, you don't quite catch it. But there is suddenly the voice of Papa in your head. It's me. We really need to go back.
I'm gonna make him waste another message spell by being like, so this is the person that you got to pick us up, but I describe the person in front of me. goatee guy. What's his name?
Yes, this is Frederick. This is the face I wear when I'm in Pentargat.
Ah, all right. Well, we'll go. Let's go, and we'll say bye-bye to Narcissa's parents politely.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
as polite as you can when you're like
What?
rushing to get somewhere.
It's a bit of chaos as one of the kids runs up and is just holding, like, for them, a fist-sized gem, like, look what I got! And then just, like, runs back into the house.
Start sprinkling
Okay, so-
coins amongst them as well as we're leaving. Just here's some silver, here's some copper, here's
You're gonna learn money education today, children.
It's just so funny because Mirik is not money educated. She's just barter.
Dragon educated.
Here you go.
Here's
Here's
some
the
coins,
shiny
enjoy.
things. You're now my family too, which means I have to start hoarding all of you.
You are all
And a kiss is
able...
given.
Narcissa, what would you want to do?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's probably holding up the line a little bit because she's just like giving everybody a big hug and just being like, "Man, I really missed you, and I'll come back. Don't worry, I'll make sure that I write." And like someone's gonna have to physically pull her away.
Yeah. And there's a sense of urgency from Frederick, but they don't seem to act in order to, like, yank you away. There's not any sort of beckoning for you. Eventually you are all shuffled out. As they do so, Frederick sort of whispers to Narcissa, but you notice that it is Papa's voice. I'm sorry to have to pull you away a little bit sooner than planned. Things have changed.
Looking, processing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's no biggie. Besides, you know how seeing family can be. It always takes up more time than you ever expect. So, sorry that the goodbyes took longer than expected.
That's perfectly all right. I understand. I understand the desire for family. And that is why we must go. And Frederick sort of ushers you into an alley, and you are very quickly shunted via teleportation into the Shadespire, into the sitting room that is warm and cozy and has someone there waiting for you. Winvir, you see Saoirse. But I would like, really quick, Raz, can you describe some of the changes to Saoirse's physicality that Winvir might cause a little bit of like, who is this at first?
I mean, having a mouth is one thing. Distinctly. Distinctly different. Actually. Allow
I'm gonna
me.
kiss you on the mouth so hard.
I know. We're just gonna be like, "Mwah!" This is how it works in the Feywild, guys. She's very similar, but everything you can tell is plant. Like, you know, her hair texture, her skin texture. It's very
Do you still have
uncanny.
fur?
I do, yeah. I have
Okay.
fur on my booty, but it's not fur. It's like the fuzzy, fungusy kind of
Moss.
Okay.
mossy kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Like,
I almost said shit, but it's not that. It's definitely not that. We're clean.
beautiful.
She does have some spots, you know, where like it seems like black goop might be kind of just like leaking a little bit out of maybe the hairline or
Beautiful. That makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. I made you out of black goop. So
exactly. It's so pretty. And then her horns have the purpley fungus that is now just like intertwined and kind of growing along them. It's really cute. Yeah.
And so on Winnie, you see that she now has a third eye that is made out of a moonstone. She has got a few more funguses and mushrooms now growing all over her. And yeah, she's so excited to see you that she doesn't say a word other than this weird squealing noise as she just flies directly at you. at full speed dash.
I will fully catch, and we will probably go to the ground.
Yeah, or I pick you
I'm
up in
much
the air. Can I
Yeah,
roll a
one of the
strength
two.
check to spin her in the air?
To
Absolutely,
grab me
yes.
at my knees and just like
I like hook you like under the arm and around and I just pick you up and I try and spin you. And I mean, we'll see. It's a -1, but it could. I got a natural 1.
you try. You do your
We just
best.
clonk to the floor.
Yep.
Clonk.
You like
My
do the
wings are still
tackle,
going and we're just spinning in a circle.
try and do the spin, and it just leads to this like tumbling, like spinny top, like Beyblade
Yeah,
battle,
what is-
but of love through the room.
Wow.
Beyblade of love.
Yes, Winnie
Oh,
actually
God.
doesn't exist anymore. It's just like the wings are popping
Yeah.
out of like in between arm.
Yeah.
Winnie!
It's Sears.
Yeah, we're one entity now, okay? So we're gonna be playing the same character.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's a good thing to tell me, day of.
Yeah, we're gonna, yeah. What is it, like
We're gonna conglomerate.
Do a two-headed
Mighty
giant.
Morphin?
Yeah, Mighty Morphin.
We
luck.
become our true and final form.
Yes.
Winnie then immediately looks up at Papa and just says, "I did it," and then goes back to squealing and hugging.
There's definitely
Tears as well.
tears, yeah, but Saoirse's are like a black goopy kinda.
What are Mirik and Narkissa doing as this happens?
You're just confused, but also, yes, this is how we treat people we miss.
Yeah,
The
I
kids
feel
are
like
just,
you've definitely heard
leaning
me
in.
talk about Saoirse before, and I would have yelled Saoirse when I got there as well.
Okay.
So like that's an extra clue.
Yeah.
You've talked about Saoirse, but you've never given us much other than we both lived at Papa's.
Yes.
So it's kind of like we're putting the pieces together. Hold on.
Yeah.
She looks like
Click.
she looks like she stepped out of a grim fairy tale book, kind of, you know?
And you can tell from the time that you've spent with Winnie over the like levels that she's grown, she's becoming more and more similar in a way.
What was Narkissa doing?
Click.
Just putting the
putting
pieces
puzzle
together.
pieces.
just like
like,
empty blink.
Yeah, and our kids are just leading to like American Pebble, just like, I get this is Saoirse, but I also, when do we introduce ourselves, or does Winnie introduce us? Like,
We can do it
How-
now. Hello, I'm Mirik.
Sorry,
Winter's wife.
I help Saoirse up and I push
Yeah.
them towards my wives.
Okay. I wobble because I was just born like last episode. I apologize. Sorry, I'm all goopy, but
Were you recently hatched?
hugs.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you. I've never met you before.
And as you get hugged, what looked like might have been a silver cloak comes undone, and it's just dragon wings that also hug you.
Oh, this is cute. I love it. I love it.
And then opens up
give
and
the
pulls
Best hugs.
Narkissa also into it. It's like, hold on.
We're all hugging.
joining in on the hug. Are we
And then
like
Pebble
trying to do
comes
like that
next
little
from the
lift
other
hug?
side.
Trying to
Pebbles
do that
just,
little like lift.
the lift hug. Nice. Pebbles at the leg.
I
It's
can't
like,
do it with my.
Hi, I'm Pebble. I'm a giant.
Yeah.
I just haven't hit my growth spurt yet.
You'll get there eventually. I'm sure.
I'm Narkissa. I am also a wife.
Yes.
Wives.
Yes.
All of us.
You got married? When did that happen? Well, wasn't I there? I wasn't there.
No.
There's not yet been a ceremony that I'm told is meant to happen.
Yes. So we still need to have the ceremony.
Okay.
But it's yeah. It happened all suddenly, wonderfully. In the last dungeon or the dungeon before?
Last dungeon, yeah.
Last
The
dungeon.
last one.
Last dungeon.
It's so
We've already
wild.
done
What-
one dungeon together.
One rock led to another.
You know how it goes.
Thank you,
You know
Roberta
how
Bliss.
it goes. You know how
Started
it
out
goes.
with a rock. How did it end up like this?
Have we only
With
done
only a
one-
rock.
Have we only done one dungeon together?
Yes.
Or have we
Yes.
done
Yeah.
So we
We're about
literally
to head into
met
the section.
in the dungeon.
In a
that
2-week
yeah,
period,
beautiful.
we've met and married.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful,
This
beautiful,
is 90 Day
beautiful.
Fiance plus.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
10-day fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think Saoirse's eyes are just like a little bit wide. They're kind of like a purpley color.
Oh, we
Not
matched.
super pinned down necessarily. It kind of shifts around. Seems a little weird.
What's Papa doing?
Winnie.
I'm looking as they get introduced. I'm like out the corner of my eye doing one of those like.
Papa's been standing off to the side, like after the teleport, seeing you move. Mirik and Narcissa, would either of you been paying attention to Papa, or would you have been like entirely in on this Winnie Saoirse happening event?
Fuck
I think
him, her, and
I would
Valid?
be like taking little glances and stuff at them just to be like, is this cool? What's
Give me an insight check then.
okay?
we have a new family member, and they're deserving of my attention, according to everything Winnie has said.
Da, da, da.
My sister.
13.
13. There's a shift in body movement and like position once Winnie rushes in. It's hard to say what it meant, but there was some sort of like physical reaction to seeing that.
Okay.
And at this point, Papa's like, I don't wish to derail the introductions or postpone them any longer than necessary. However, timetables need to be accelerated. I would like to speak with Winveer and Saoirse, and then tomorrow, I have a mission for all of you.
All right.
Right. Hope I'm.
I like turn to my pebble cule and I'm like, don't worry,
Don't worry.
Papa just walks out one of the doors, and you can see, as they get close, they sort of like do this little gesture through the air, and the doorknob seems to like change a little bit. And when they open the door to wait for Winnie and Saoirse, Winveer, you notice this is the same room that she had the meeting with Grima in.
I skip on in, flying.
Before Saoirse leaves, Merrick will take out one of the 800 gold worth emeralds and is just in the palm. It's good to meet you.
This is pretty. Thank you.
Much like the color of your skin, yes.
She's gonna tuck it in her butt fur. It
I
sticks
like
there.
literally picture it like you like put it there and the little mushroom like grows around it, like makes a clasp.
It's my cutie mark now.
You can add charms.
Emerald Saoirse.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Just a little.
We'll have to get two like slightly smaller ones so we can do the little diamond thing.
I still have my moonstone earring. It's hanging.
Yeah, I still do as well. I'm still wearing it. Plus, I've got a
Yay.
big moonstone in my forehead now.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Thank
Which
you.
does match the scarring that Merrick has across her forehead. And
And
I
Narcissa.
believe Narcissa sewed hers up, or
Mhm.
was it?
Narcissa
Yeah.
and Pebble both have what I would say is like still a pretty severe like healing wound there. It's not anything that's like detrimental or lingering injury, but it's like it's still they all have some sort of marking on their forehead.
Interesting.
That could potentially once have been eye-shaped.
Ah,
except
Interesting.
vertically.
Mhm.
And
I think mine's still definitely eye-shaped. Like
Yes.
I literally like inserted the stone where it was.
Yep.
So hopefully that's what the vibe is.
Windveer's honestly looks like an eye. It is the moonstone and then wreathed in that sort of like pale strangler meconium that sort of like hits scar tissue like it's like a wilted eyelid.
A wilted
so enjoy
eyelid.
that.
Can I blink it?
You cannot blink it.
I didn't think so, but I just wanted to see.
However,
But that would be funny.
give me a con check. Just roll a d20 and add your con.
+0, so just a
This is d20.
20.
No,
That's a 6.
Yeah, there's no visible alteration when you say like, "Ugh," nothing really
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, good.
Papa,
Just a fairy toot.
the fairy tooth. Papa closes the door behind you.
Smells like petrichor.
And looks at both of you.
Ta-da!
I have not let go of Winnie. I'm just like one hand.
I know what
Coding.
it is to lose a sibling. And I can attempt to imagine, although it is difficult, to feel that sibling return.
Yes.
I do not want to sully this moment with inquisitions or plannings.
That's
Papa
alright,
reaches
you can
up
ask
and
questions.
unfixes the mask and pulls it down so that Saoirse now sees the face of what is clearly a female Yuan-Ti that has a very large scar across, just below eye, across cheek, across lips. Long black hair falls down like a wet curtain over her face.
She's so beautiful.
A lot of things have happened since you've been gone, Saoirse. And a lot of things have happened to Saoirse since she's been gone, Windveer.
What? Inside the tree.
Different. But I didn't know. I didn't know.
I don't know what this means. However, before I answer any questions, Saoirse, that you have not asked me yet, but probably want to, I thought it worth seeing the face behind the eye. And I would like to give you and Winnie time to remember who each other are and see who you are now on the other side of what has transpired. When you get back from where I am sending you, we can have a more honest discussion.
Okay.
Is there something wrong?
Should we be worried?
Because it's like, this is just good. I did it. I brought Sisha back.
Winnie, I don't know if I'm good or not.
That is why I want to give you time to figure it out, Saoirse. With Windveer's help.
Are you evil now?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
This
Just hold
is
your hand.
this is less about what Saoirse is, and more about what I am to each of you.
Papa,
Your
that's
papa.
what you are.
I am glad you still think so.
But why do you wear the mask?
There are many people that I interact with that it is better if they do not know who or what I truly am. The mask is a pleasant face. I can put it on other people. I can be whatever I need to be.
Makes sense.
But you two,
Are you? Do you think we're mad at you?
I think there is every chance that you could become mad with me. Because you are each acting of your own accords. Winvir, it was you that went into my office recently, wasn't it?
But that's not allowed.
Insight check.
That is an interesting question. It was a breach of protocol. It was a breach of manners. To say it is not allowed is to say that I made a rule that you could not, and I never did. However,
Yes, exactly.
however you have saw fit to act on your own accords, to move in ways that would be similar to my enemies, and to bring back Saoirse when I was incapable of doing so. And Saoirse, you have come back changed in ways that I cannot fully understand, but that I appreciate.
I don't understand it either.
That is why I want to give you all time before we have this discussion, so that you both can understand who you are, who you want to be, and how I fit into that.
Okay.
All right.
Papa,
Yes,
why did you keep us?
because you were important. And you have not changed from being important.
For the tree?
For far more than the tree.
All right.
Okay.
I trust you. Even if you don't trust us.
Have I ever acted such that I would give the impression I do not trust you?
You came into this conversation thinking we wouldn't think of you as Papa for one thing. What? That feels like an immediate trying to brush off any sort of connection. You're our Papa. One thing isn't going to change that, right? Am I still your Winnie?
She looks at Saoirse when Winvir says that very meaningfully,
Whoa.
in a sort of like she can't answer that question kind of way. But maybe you
I did
could.
roll that insight check. Can I use it?
Yeah?
Cool, because I rolled an 18. So yeah, she's plus 6.
That was with the plus 6 is the 18?
No, 18 and then 19, 20, 22, 23.
23.
24.
22, 23.
What are
24.
what are you trying to glean
Wait,
from
that's-
Papa? Yeah, 24.
I want, I mean, it was a meaningful look and I want to understand what it means. And I also want to,
Papa did
I
not
don't know.
press. But Papa is also not a dullard. They are aware that you are aware that their mask looks a lot like what you saw in there.
But Winnie doesn't know any of this.
Winnie doesn't know any of that, but
Winnie thinks that this is coming from her going into the office. Like, literally,
Mhm.
she's just like, why are you being so fucking dramatic?
why are you so dramatic, Dad?
yeah. Papa is... Saoirse, you would understand that Papa is looking at you in a way that is like... doesn't understand how you aren't more angry or scared of them right now, considering what you saw. But is taking that as sort of a leap of trust to be able to... wants to give you time to process things before any sort of further discussion happens.
So I think when Papa catches my eyes and we have like a meaningful kind of eye contact moment while Winnie's over there, like, you didn't tell me I couldn't. You didn't tell me I couldn't go in there. And it's just like kind of a wide-eyed uncertainty, like literally doe-eyed. I would say, just like she's seen a lot, and she doesn't want to feel sketchy at all about Papa. But there's like a little naggy kind of uncertainty.
For sure.
But it's definitely.
Imagine it all feels like wobbledy, like as in what you experienced, was it real? Was it an experience or a dream or a like there's probably all those feelings as well.
Honestly.
Because that's probably Winnie is also probably being like when Papa said what Saoirse went through, it's like she's in a tree.
She was in a tree, bro. What's up?
Make it
You're
make
right.
sense.
Being in a tree sounds boring, but you know,
Yeah.
it was a pretty cool tree. I think also, just as a side note, I think Papa also gets the vibe that she's also not sure if this is a dream.
Yeah. Reality has become very tenuous for Saoirse.
She's like, I don't know if that was a dream or if this is a dream, or if I'm still in the tree, or if I'm in a moon, or if I'm in a womb. That
Life
rhymes.
is just a womb.
Or both.
Both.
Winvir, can I ask why you went into my office that way?
I was seeing if you had any extra information somewhere I haven't been able to access, pretty much. The general reason for snooping.
Curiosity.
Yeah. I wanted to see if maybe you had any ideas on how to bring Saoirse back that I hadn't thought of. But yeah.
She sort of smiles and is like, well, you clearly had the better ideas in that department.
I mean, I had a little bit of Saoirse with me and I like grabbed the hand fungus that's on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And Saoirse, as Winnie grabs there, you notice that that fungus on her shoulder is the same color as your hand right now. I am not mad at you, Winvir, for doing that.
Good. I'm glad.
From now on, if you would like to know more, just ask. But I do need you all to be willing to lead the group tomorrow. Our timetable needs to be accelerated.
Is it my fault?
It is not your fault, but if you are back in such a way, then I think it means that pieces are moving on the board that are not in my control. It is more and more likely that other people will figure out what I am doing, and the more true that is, the more dangerous it becomes for all three of us.
So keep it low-key and Dungeon Express.
Saoirse. Narcissa was able to find out some key information about the temple you are going to. If your connection to the Gulthias tree and the being beyond that tree is what I think it is, you might gain some deeper answers from your predecessors.
My predecessors?
It is a theory. I cannot expand on it further than that. She reaches up and puts the mask back on. Let's go back, and all of you should rest.
Pa,
Yes,
you're very beautiful.
as are you. She opens
As
the
we're
door.
getting up when he's like, if you ever want to know the ingredients and how I did it, you just let me know.
You just let me.
She's just like, feels like she has this like exciting, like, you know, I know more than you
I know
moment.
more than you
Just-
do,
just-
Papa.
yeah, just for a moment before she leaves.
If you could write it down on a note, I would appreciate that. It might help some of my
Yeah.
analysis while you are gone.
I do that
You
quickly.
two are returned to the group. You are able to have a night's rest, discussions, all that sort of stuff. And in the morning, you are all apprised of your next location, which Narkissa is technically already aware of. It is a lost city called Tomoa Khan. And that city is located deep inside the jungles of a peninsula called Tir Nanog. It is a remnant of the first world, the oldest world, which is the existence that predates the Feywild. We will not be able to teleport there directly. I will have to take you to the outskirts of Tir Nanog, and you will need to travel through there. I recommend finding a guide if any are amicable, but do know that the people there are... They have their reasons, but they are rarely welcoming. The mists of the land make long-distance teleportation very dangerous, so I will not be venturing in. The reason I am sending you there, and this is in front of all the Pebblecule, by the way, I believe that in the time leading up to Tomoa Khan's fall, there was a champion of sorts, of an old blood god known as Zotzilla. I believe this champion to be the first vampire, the first primeval blood drinker, humanoid, undead creature. It is not quite the same as what we would deign to call modern vampires, but it is old and still of that lineage, which is everything that is important for my purposes. They reach out and deposit a small little, banding of gauze on the table in front of you. I need you to find the body of Zotzilla's buried champion and bring it back.
Kadogi.
Once you have
in one piece or in pieces?
in one
What does it
piece.
look like?
The body?
We'll be able to tell. Yeah, is it labeled and or located?
It is most likely in a place of honor. Details are scant, but it would have been buried with some reverence and import. It is likely guarded, it is likely trapped.
Yeah.
I need you to, if there is anything binding it to a situation of stasis, I need you to remove that binding and make it so that it is once more unalive, fleshy and corporeal. Once it is in that state, incapacitate it and wrap it in that binding. That will subdue it and keep it fresh for my purposes.
Alrighty. I look around to everyone else. Does everyone else look like they're taking this in and getting it?
Pebble looks deeply
Beautiful.
confused, but down to clown.
I feel like Pebble and Winnie make eye contact and they look just as confused as one another, but then I look at Mirik and they've just got this confident smirk smile on their face and I'm just like, yeah, Mama Mirik's got this.
Yeah.
I feel like Mark's internet is absolutely betraying them at every turn right now. Yes.
It's so sad. It is.
Okay, for a second I thought you were frozen at a thumbs up and that was going to be the most hilarious, but no, you're here. Okay. Do you have any...
I'm here, but Discord has disappeared somehow
Okay.
and is just stuck in the circle of doom.
So you cannot see us, but you can at least hear us. That's something.
Yes, and I can see you on Twitch when Twitch is not dying.
Nice.
So we're trying here. We're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it. Any questions? Otherwise, I will put you as close as I can.
What happens if this undead champion is still undead and kicking and basically injures us? Don't vampires have a thing called like thralls and stuff? What if we turn into one of those?
I'd suggest not having that happen. Beyond that, I don't really have much for you.
That's
You have proven capable. I believe you have the skill sets necessary to be able to incapacitate and subdue this creature.
We've got this. We can do it. It's alright. It'll be okay.
all right. Let's get going then. Just gonna pack.
I've
my
only
snack
just
bag.
met you, but
Then with that, Bun, give me a D100 roll, just for funsies.
Alrighty. D100. D100. Boop, boop. 80.
80. Great. The teleport spell happens, and you are all getting a little bit more used to Papa ferrying you about the world like this. And you appear in a place that characters from another one of our streams would be very familiar with. There is, in the distance, it's a bummer that Danny's not here. This is where Powder was stationed for a little while. In the distance, you see a large tower, but it is sort of occluded by heavy fallen limbs and a jagged tree line that moves over the ground here. And it is a very abrupt tree line. Immediately to your left and moving south, there is trees upon trees upon trees, dense forest. And in that forest, between the boughs and the trunks, there is this low gloom mist that surrounds everything. To your right, there is hills and grassland. They all look a little bit muted and just kind of sad by comparison. It's hard to say. To your left, it's like it's low energy, but it's high vibrance. That is Tir na Nog. And somewhere in there is Tomoa-kan. I wish I had more to give you than that.
So we are meant to wander until we can find this location?
It is most likely far south. So
I see.
stay south. As I said, if you can find a guide that is willing, that is your best bet, but there's no guarantees here.
Then we shall do our best.
we can do.
Alright.
Good luck.
Let's get going.
And there's another of teleportation magic, and Papa's gone.
I'm gonna walk over to a tree
Yep.
and I'm going to ask it which way to go.
Amazing.
As one does.
As one does. You have, because you're no longer a satyr, right? You've got talkies to plants, mabobs, right? Oh yeah. The veil has been thinned. You start to talk with this plant. What do you say to the tree?
I'm so sorry to bother you, but have you any idea where a secret undead tomb sort of a thing might be, or somebody who knows how to get there? Maybe another tree nearby there?
You hear wind move through the tree, and it starts to like ache and crack and bend. And in that, you hear the words, "You are not from here.
No.
You
somewhere else?"
are from the sky, and the sky bleeds on us. You are not welcome." And for a moment, you feel like the bark is going to split open into a mouth like the Gulthias tree, but it's a memory. It's not this moment.
A second and think. And I like reach out to pat the tree. I'm not here to hurt anybody. Well, not any of you anyway.
When that is proven, answers may be had.
How could I prove that to you?
Walk. Move yourself in our mercy and shadow.
Well, have a good day then. Sorry that I come from the sky, I guess. Guys, the trees are not very helpful, but they don't like me very much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Woody's looking for like a bulletin board.
There's none to be found.
No!
Sorry.
Are you not part of the trees? Are you not their kin?
Sort of, but they don't like me because I was not made here, I guess.
I understand the feeling.
I think I was made up there.
here.
You did.
I
Winnie,
walk
it
over
was-
to the tree and I say, I made her here.
Does the tree understand Winnie?
No.
No. It's
Kicks
alright.
at it.
But when
No.
Winnie like moves forward, there is Saoirse, the best you could tell, there's a calming to like the bark and the limbs and the tree branches. As
Winnie,
if Winnie is kind of meant to be here.
Winnie, the trees like you.
Oh,
I
you
think
should
make
like
them
my
feel-
sister too. And I give the tree a hug.
The
Just
trees here sound old.
an empty pause of nothing. Contemplation at most.
All right. Well, shall I fly up and see what I can see?
They said
Probably.
walking
go
among
south.
the trees would maybe endear them.
What was that, Narkissa?
Oh, you were soft to go south, so
All right.
might as well just start walking south. But a good little overview of in case we can find a guide or something that might be hiding in the trees or something might be good too.
Yeah.
Or bandits.
I do like a fly above the group so they can still see me. So
Sure.
like a little bit ahead. So I'm like in their forward eyesight. But yeah, like, can I fly
Yeah.
overlooking just
Yeah.
for an aerial view?
Give me a perception check.
So exciting! I haven't been out of a dungeon in so long, or
Yeah.
outside of a room in so long, and so I'm just
Right.
like,
You're in the wide
My wings.
outdoors.
yeah. I feel like we'll see how well the roll goes, but I feel like if it goes poorly, it's because she's just doing barrel rolls and isn't actually looking at anything.
He's like, thank God, fresh air.
Oh no, I got a natural 20.
Oh!
So you're
So
doing
that's a-
barrel rolls
that's
and
a-
seeing everything.
That's a 20. Oh wait, what was it? Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Damn it. I was gonna say, fuck, that was a 29 otherwise. So 24.
24. Still very good. I will say that, not to rob you of the natural 20, but it would always be like the mists are like, they sort of.
So we're gonna say that I
steam
am
up.
I'm doing flips and
Yes.
barrel rolls, and I'm like making a performance of it, and I see everything that you are about to describe
Exactly.
as my natural 20.
You are gonna get some stuff. I just want to let you know that like you're noticing that like, okay, this is why navigation is so hard here, is that like the mists sort of boil off of this forest like smoke, and they're just hanging low to they just sort of cloud everything, but there's like a shimmer to it. It's like the smoke is made of glitter, or there's like glitter in the mist almost. And not near enough, but like I'm gonna say that like you're sort of doing this little maneuver like as y'all move, starting to move into the woods, you're bobbing up and down, you're going above the canopy to see and then back down. The canopy is dense enough in most places to where when Winnie disappears, you can't see her and then she comes back down. And you're doing a good job of spotting things that you should be spotting to like move out of the way of things. You notice big cats with long tendrils coming off their shoulders that end in sort of spiked pads, and they sort of just like purr and sleep in large heavy boughs above your heads. You're spotting them and making sure the group makes a clear line around these little nesting pods of displacer beasts and other feline strange creatures that lurk in the trees. There is occasionally in the distance you notice like big movement, like the trees themselves are moving. When you get closer though, you notice that it's just rooted trees. So maybe there's
Did I feel that the tree respond earlier?
it would have
Or
been
was that something that Saoirse noticed?
that
not
was
me?
something that Saoirse picked up because of her
Cool.
ability to talk to plants.
Beautiful. I just wanted to. I wasn't sure which
Yeah.
of the options it was.
Give me a survival check as well.
Ooh. 25.
25. Moving through the forest, it is starting to get late. It's hard to see the progress of the day here. Everything is in this like these shades of teal and amber, this like eternal twilight mist sort of thing that is extremely pleasant, but renders the shadows deep to where you feel constantly on edge and constantly like you know you're not supposed to be here, and that you are here by the grace of having done nothing to warrant being extricated. And as you traverse the forest, you do spot off in the distance trees starting to thin out a little bit. It looks like there is a lake up ahead. It would be a good spot to rest for the night as the sun wanes and those shadows crawl deeper. And now the forest is black, and it is all darkness except for these small motes of twinkling light that sort of drift through the canopies here and there beneath the, one would say eerie because of how low it looms in the sky, but that's relative to our perception, right? This has always been the moon to you, but the moon is this big, fat, grotesque thing, pale and seeping light down on the world in the sky. Saoirse, it feels like a hug to you, being under the moonlight now. You're able to find a good place to camp.
Yeah, I
And
let
settle
everyone know
down.
about the lake and the camping spot, and everyone that just an FYI to continue keeping up respecting the forest. As I like look at the swirling, glittering mist, and like I get a weird shiver down my spine.
Mhm.
This is the forest domain. We shall respect it.
What is the watch order as everyone starts to camp for the night?
Myrick will take first because she has some no dark vision.
Officials.
I guess it take last.
Well, I
but
have
she also had dark vision.
discovered that I have new creatures I can be, so I should look at those.
Yes.
I can
I
also
should look
switch
at
because
that.
I'll do dancing lights and just keep them up if we need
Sure.
them. So
Narkissa,
Can you
what
keep
watch did
them
you
up
say?
while you're sleeping?
I think I was
No,
gonna do
they are
the last
concentration.
one,
Last one.
just because also can't fucking see.
You have your magical
little
eye tattoo
lantern.
now, though, so you can see a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
So I can take any watch.
you can
just-
take any watch. You could take the midnight
I-
watch if you wanted to,
I will
I
take
will.
whatever watch.
just to flex.
just to flex.
Do any of my beasts have dark vision?
I'm not sure. They do only last for an hour, though, but I think
Yes.
most of them should have dark vision.
They do.
Okay. Do we want to do Saoirse, Myrick,
Narkissa.
Winnie, or Narkissa and then Winnie? And then Pebble gets the full night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's a good plan. What? Where?
Works for me.
Because I forgot I had lights that I could just poop during my watch.
The weather is calm and mild, and I will need Narkissa to give me a perception check.
Sorry, my sheet's taking forever.
The sheet is
to
buffering.
load.
You're fine.
About
My internet
13.
keeps going out.
13.
No, no.
Is it crowd strike again? What's going on out there? Tubes, clean
It's
yourselves.
doing something.
God.
To be fair, we've got a wildfire literally within a 50-mile radius of us, so these things do happen.
They do. Narkissa, as you're keeping watch, you're mostly focused on the surrounding tree lines, watching the canopy for limbs moving under weight, listening for the odd sound here and there. And there's a bright flash up above that catches your eye. As this spot of green, like a little sparkling star in the sky, starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And soon it's not sparkling, it is green flame lighting the sky and burning its way overhead, as behind you there is this rush of flame and smoke and noise as this giant hunk of something flies through, crashing into trees and barreling into earth and splitting and tumbling, and there is an explosion of light over on the coastline of the lake. Most of you would have been waken up by that noise.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
What
I-
is going on?
I don't know. I saw something tumbling in. I'm gonna go and investigate real quick.
Okay.
Shall
I'll
we
come with
invest?
you.
I believe all of us should likely go, but Narkissa,
Yes.
please lead the way.
Okay. I guess it's just gonna kind of lead the group like stealthily over.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Actually,
Still.
I have a thing. Hang on.
There's a
without
druid
a
in the
trace.
party again. Da-na-na.
There's a druid.
Pass without a trace.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch.
I'm not even going to
Nice.
look up Pebble's numbers because I rolled an 18. So that's a 28 with no modifiers, and I know she has dex.
Yeah. Okay. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus to their stealth checks.
So 32.
Incredible.
I rolled an 8 naturally, so that's an 18 with the assist. Mirik is not stealthy. She is large.
Yep.
34.
Large and in charge.
Also,
17.
so you know,
He's being
Matt,
loud.
Mm-hmm.
I did take the Skulker feat,
Ooh, okay. Yes, that's
so
right.
I can hide when I am lightly obscured from a creature,
Nice.
Mhm.
Very cool.
and also evidently making a ranged weapon attack doesn't reveal my position.
Yes. So like if you
Well done.
if you hit, it'll still reveal your position, but if you like shot someone and missed, it doesn't give
Mhm.
you away.
It does not,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is
That's
cool.
so good. I feel like you
No.
just stand directly behind Winnie and you just like it's the whole like we're becoming one thing.
We're becoming
There's
one.
just- there's just no other person. They can only see me.
Yeah.
It's what Winnie did at the party all over again. Just look at my moth wings.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so pretty.
Amazing.
I am a predator, I swear.
Oh yeah, I want to use that when we get to our when I get to my watch. Then let me roll
I
some
think-
stuff because I was gonna do something.
Okay.
You need hypnotic pattern,
Mm,
so you can
Right.
cast it on your wings,
yes.
and then your wings are just like the hypnotic.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love it. Anyway, yes, 34.
Yeah. So with a
34.
17, when he's singing along the way,
Nice.
humming.
I love that. Just double check myself here. Okay. You are all moving pretty stealthily, pretty quietly through everything. And now we are going to get to go to the map,
The map.
just to give y'all a visual of what we're looking at here. I'll have the map for y'all at least, but
Oh,
not
I
for
just
screen
saw
just yet.
sources. Sources. I can't say the word right now.
Saoirse's new
Token. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Saoirse, thank you. I'm all. It's a sound.
You all arrive at this lake. Stepping through the trees, there are odd colors and shining lights all around you. And you also see that out in the middle of the lake, you're getting close to the coast now. It's little waters lapping against the shore, and you can see that there is this like trail of destruction kind of like coming out through the forest. And then there is this massive, like shimmering boulder out in the water that is giving off this faint aura of green light.
I don't have mage hand.
Give me one moment.
Don't touch it.
Flying over.
So walk to creature.
Flying over to the
Just walking.
To the green glowy thing. Oh,
Oh.
why did that happen? That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Who did that?
What happened?
Someone made a ping to draw everyone to the tree.
Oh no!
I might be
Oops.
fumbling around over here in the background.
I
you're moving
literally
over-
like stand and my wings are out and they're blocking Saoirse from that tree. Like
Don't go! Don't do it!
you can't be stepping too close to trees big enough to swallow you. It can't happen again.
Just
Not
wait.
again.
Just wait.
That one's got a
Until
hole
Saoirse
in it.
gets-
Don't go near that one.
Yeah.
Wait until Saoirse gets tree stride. She's gonna really freak Winnie out.
Just really
Poor
fuck with Winnie. Yeah.
Oh no.
Winnie won't let go this time. Is the plan?
Yeah.
Like there's no
She just tries to go through the
trust.
Oh no, Mark. Mark, no.
No.
I think I also see a message that the map is black for somebody.
Oh yes. Don't worry about it. You'll get there.
Okay.
So I don't, can I just move my character?
Yeah. Where'd you like to go? You going all the
Yeah.
way up to like the edge of the water?
tree with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take
We're all
me.
just go. Wait, we're going to the
But
tree or
I-
to the shiny rock?
No, to the rock, the shiny rock
Shiny
that's
rock.
glowing. I think
Shiny
that's
rock.
Yeah, I think you're swimming.
Yeah, Narcissa, you are swimming now. There, here, let me drag you back. There.
Okay.
That
I just love how slow motion it is to pull me back and forth.
Yeah, when the tokens move like super slow.
I love that the people watching can't see what's
Yes.
happening.
Don't worry.
We're just like, we're on the tree and we're in the rock, and
Yeah.
you know, just deal with it.
we're baiting them a little bit. We're edging a little bit. It's okay. You get up
Okay,
to
And
the shoreline.
Shall I
Right.
quickly do a flyby?
you know,
Looks so
just one
pretty.
second. I turn into a snake
Ooh.
with like little kind of black bark horns on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got little black bark horns
Nice.
and like a little like kind of fungusy pattern all over it. And I just slither up around Winnie's shoulders so that I can be there with her.
Love that.
And also before
Okay.
you before you do
they
anything,
count
just
as
let
a
me ready's
beast?
crossbow.
Ready to crossbow.
Does Saoirse now count as a beast?
Yes.
So I cast beast sense so we can communicate.
Oh, I love it.
Nice. So you
I'm
can now
just-
see through Saoirse's senses.
Yes.
My tongue flicks out and everything looks like a heat map for a second.
Yeah, a little bit like just like infrared knowledge going in.
Yeah.
As y'all are congregating at the water's edge, the tide starts to come in a little bit stronger, as there's this like, it's like the tides are coming in, like high tide is suddenly happening, and then high tide starts turning into this like semi-humanoid shape as it starts like bubbling up into this like aqueous form that is vaguely in the shape of like a torso, a head, and arms. And there is this, again, this eerie green light that's sort of filtering in through the moving water, and starts to like smooth out until it looks almost like Miric's what is that called? Your dancing lights. The sort of dancing light glow man. It kind of looks like that, but made out of like this like weird water.
My
And it
dance
just
partner.
the face, there is
Not
no
your
face.
dance
It's just this
partner.
like empty mannequin face of water. There's this these like rhythmic ripples happening. Does anyone speak primordial?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
My sisters, we learnt it from the books.
the Nature Twins, you understand this to be a sort of non-verbal version of primordial, and like you're interpreting the ripples and you're remembering back into that skill set, and between the water sounds and the ripple shapes, it's this sort of like, why are you here?
They're looking at the thing that fell from the sky, the thing just over here. And I point over the glowing rock, because it did fall from the sky, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At least that's what Narcissa told you, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you...
What is that?
I like that.
I'm just gonna hide.
Saoirse says that, and only Winnie understands.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Is that?
Amazing. Do you know what it is?
It is our birth rock. We
Oh.
are of it. Again,
it?
everyone else
Oh.
is just seeing these like ripples and shapes in the body sort of happen in these strange noises.
I turn around with like wide eyes and I say, "It's a birth rock. This is how babies are born." And like my brows furrow, and I turn back around to the rock and I'm like,
An egg?
"An egg?
I think that
An
is
egg?" I say in primordial.
with that quote, I think that is as good a time as ever to there is a small crackling from the nearby tree as an Eladrin is nearby. And
Ooh.
Rara, would you like to describe what we see?
Well, when you see Meander, you don't at first, but you do hear him whistling a very familiar song someone was humming as they stomped through my woods. He's covered in pouches as though he's afraid home's not going to be there the next time he goes to look, or if he wakes up in a sweat and has to pat himself down, just for a reminder. And you see Rook, his very large elk, that's walking along with him, kind of flat tiring him a little bit, just in good nature. He's a good one. But seeing that there's a little bit of danger, this Eladrin with tan skin and little flower petals poking out of in between his hair and a slight glitter when he shakes his head, you know the look. He does a whistle from a bird that's been dead for 100 years, and Rook takes off into the woods because he's an elk. I love it when he can be an elk. And I'm going to walk up, but slowly, not wondering about all these folks with their little, head dimples. And I'm glad I can speak with animals at will just in case, because I'm not sure what I'm walking up to. But I look comfortable. I know these forests. I know this soil, maybe a nervous look at the rock that's fallen, but just walking up as though I should be here and none of you should be. But congratulations, you made it to the party. Everything all right here? You
It's
both
an
gonna...
egg.
Okay, you do speak. I can also speak primordial, so I can say egg back. Are these your puddles?
puddles.
Sorry, these travesties of nature you're interacting with, are they with you?
My wives and my sister, yes.
Oh,
every
not
one of
them.
you
They're all
with-
lovely. These water creatures.
Oh, that thing. No.
Okay.
He said he's having a baby.
And you're not, this isn't one of your wives.
No.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Does look like an old dance partner of mine, though.
Nostalgia flashes in his eyes for a moment before he shakes it loose. This isn't the time.
This isn't the time.
How close are all of they to this rock? Are they peripheral? Are they about to touch? The egg, or are they still approaching it?
The rock is deeper into the water, so the closest they've gotten is within like 85 feet.
I can see the
Um,
map now. Sorry.
Yeah,
About
it was your token was hidden, so it blacked out everything. Yep.
that. If anyone had a high passive, they could tell he was nervous a little bit about the situation, but also casually strolling in. But he would try not to give much away besides just maybe leaning back and watching what all of you are up to in this space that he's familiar with.
Like,
I'm a
back to the
snake.
water thing.
Congratulations. I can speak to animals just fine.
Sorry, I'm a snake. I'm
And you're one of
slippery
your wives.
snake.
That's my sister.
Okay. Sister and
Snakehead.
wives.
Yes.
Can you blink
Are
that
you-
thing?
No, I've tried earlier.
Good.
Do you know about the? So you don't know about this? Pointing behind me.
Oh, the egg.
Yeah.
I watched it fall. I was just over yonder. My name is Meander, by the way. I was just over yonder, just thinking on things, enjoying the beauty of the forest, and I saw that bright star fall, and I was, well, once in a lifetime. I came here with my books, was going to write about it, draw a picture, but I guess you all beat me here.
You are
Congrats
still
on the
welcome to
find.
draw a picture and claim it as your own find. I believe we were mostly just confused.
Oh, you didn't name it? Oh,
No.
I mean, that's fine. Don't worry about that. The name's covered.
No.
Don't even
Please
worry.
do feel free. What then shall you name it?
Rook.
Rook.
That's the name of my elk. I told the elk I would name the star after him if he got me here fast enough.
I'm not certain it is so much a star. I believe from what Winnie had said, it's an egg.
That's
It's a
well,
baby.
yeah. What
Yes,
egg
a
isn't a
baby.
star though in the heart of the mother?
Yes.
How
this
is the
an
how
action.
is the water guy looking?
Yeah,
Seeing
yeah.
as we've been ignoring him.
The water dude is just sort of like, it's really hard to tell if the face is even turning to like follow the conversation back and forth.
Yeah.
There's just more of this sense of being watched, and it is being very observant, but that's about it.
Are we
Merrick
allowed to
will
watch
approach.
the birth?
I translate in primordial. Even though I know that Woody can speak it.
We are born already.
Is this my first interaction with these good old boys?
Give me a nature
Oh, dear.
check.
Deal. Oh, beautiful. That's a 5
5.
with my modifiers, yes.
They look kind of like water elementals, but
Mhm.
the water elementals you're used to interacting with are not this. Weird is just the only real word to describe them. These are glowing with this sort of weird inner light. They're communicating in this odd sort of like physicality first dialect of primordial. And it is, yeah, there's just something unsettling about them where it's like they're water elementals, but not. And you can't help but notice that like the green of this creature is clearly the same green as that boulder out in the lake, that egg.
If we approach or get closer to the egg or look like we're moving towards it, does their demeanor change at all?
You could try.
I will. I'll try. I mean, these are
Yeah.
my woods. Yeah, I'll stroll over to the egg quietly, in case the nest is asleep.
Once you start getting to like right where the water would start getting a little bit deeper, where your ankles might start getting wet, the creature just sort of like and just like moves over to kind of like intercept where you were walking to. Why are you going to it?
Oh, I'm going because it's mine to go to, as it is here. So just as the stars are mine to watch, so I watch them. This egg is mine to go to because it's here. Why are you here?
Give me an intimidation.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be real good. All right, that's another 5, but a solid one.
A solid, a much more firm 5.
I can feel it in my bones.
You see
It's
the
too
creature's
sweet to
body
be intimidating.
swell a little bit with more water that it sort of pulls up from the lake. We are here out of need. We are the rock. The rock bleeds into us. We are the blood of the rock.
Ooh, that's fun.
Blood of the rock.
Can I whisper at Winnie that this is sounding it's just a bunch of hissy kind of tongue flicking noises to everybody except for Meander. And Winnie. Where she's like, this is it from the moon? Can you ask if it's from the moon? Can you ask if it's from the moon, Winnie?
Is it from the moon?
Asking the
Are
thing.
you from the moon? And I don't like I point at it, obvious as well, because in case it doesn't have
The word.
Yeah.
yeah, moon. It might mean something else or do some. I don't know. I'm pointing to reference.
The shape of it doesn't really change, but there's an unsettling knowledge like through the ripple of it and through where the light is coming from and how it shapes through the water that it's now looking up. And as it looks up, you see this sort of like this like agitated, like when you see ferrofluid like on a speaker, how it sort of like spikes and gets weird and vibraty. We are not from the rock blood, not from the black blood. We are not. We are liquid. We are life, not the dead mother.
Not the dead mother.
All right. Well,
Winnie, does that mean
Yeah.
my mother's dead?
I think both of our mothers are dead.
Well,
My mother's dead too.
And I just like flick around to where you're standing and just give you like a just a knowing sad look, but like a comfort one, if that makes sense. Like I feel you, I'm here with you, sort of thing.
I give you a slow blink.
Yeah.
I eat one of my flower petals growing from behind my ear. And kind of just watching this party. Like, what do they look like they're here to do to me, basically? Are they tourists passing through? He's
Are
tough.
you- Actually, yes. You look like you're comfortable around here, and if you're not familiar with the rock that just fell, does that mean that you're familiar with the area?
Oh, much more familiar with the earth than the sky, personally. I did see you flying, so you might actually know more about the rock than me.
Yeah, but we don't really need to know about the rock. We need to know about this
Oh.
place.
The lake?
Mostly. No. And I like refer to Merrick because I'm like, they know the plan. I don't
The
remember
land
the
itself.
plan.
We are seeking to traverse south. We believe that there is an artifact that requires finding in that direction, but we are unfamiliar with this land and territory.
An artifact here. That's exciting.
Yes.
So you didn't come to see Egg Lake. All right, well, that's fine. I guess we'll keep
No.
working on that promotion. But,
It had.
I mean, there's some trails
Woken
south I could
us.
point you to, for sure.
It
there's
would be
some-
greatly appreciated. Is there a
There's-
price that you would request?
Oh, you already let me name the egg, so that's been useful. Yoke's on you. I already named it. But, no, I mean, I can guide you in the direction. I'm not saying I'll go with you all the way to wherever you're going,
course.
but I'm already heading south anyway. It's just a lot faster feeling than when you head north.
Yes. I understand the sentiment.
Just staring at each one of your faces very intensely, and you can see just staring at your forehead, like when someone's looking above your head or at your hat. It's just his eyes are kind of crossed. There goes neighborhood.
Winnie is the creepiest thing you've ever seen.
Because it just has a crossbow out and it's just like, I'm not sure if anybody is safe or dangerous. So I have this as just in case.
In regards to the stone here, its falling had awoken us. We were only seeking to ensure whether it was dangerous or not. The discovery itself, of course, as we have said, is your own.
That's beautiful. I will, I'll pass it on to one of my village elders that they could just swing on by now that I've come to check it out. The water folks should be fine until there's enough of us here to kill them. So they shouldn't attack first or anything. They're all right. They don't bite. But let me go make a call. I'm going to wander off and pull out a little sending stone.
Sure.
In the meanwhile,
it's
we
just
will
some
ensure that
tourists.
it is safe here
Yeah.
while you wait.
There is a noticeable like return of awareness in the water form, and it starts like you see this like cocking of the head, and the head sort of melts into like a little bit more of like an angular shape that is looking at Meander, as he mentions, just waiting for enough people here to kill them.
I turn around and I'm like, well, we'll leave you to it. We're camping just over there. So, yeah, have fun.
And are you all wanting to leave right now, or are you still wanting to sleep till morning?
Sleep would be preferable, yes.
Oh, all right, that's fine. That's fine. I guess that's what you all need. Yeah.
Do you require it yourself?
I feel pretty spry. Watching stars fall just always does it for me, and there could be a lot of paperwork I need to get to over here. But in the morning, we can head out first thing if that's what you'd prefer.
Would you require company while you await your others?
He looks at the water spirit in Primordial. Are we good?
What is your purpose here?
Yeah, we're good. I'll just talk with him for a little while. He seems fine.
Of course. If you require us, we are just down the path here.
Oh, perfect. I'll come find you if I get lost.
Yes.
I wanted to watch the babies.
I believe we have missed the birthing, if what you said rings true.
That makes sense.
I will
Second,
show you
they're out of
hatchings
sight.
another time.
Sorry about that.
Does
The second they're out of sight, I start moving towards the egg.
Okay. Is everyone
We're
moving
walking
away?
away from the egg. Yeah.
He says he's got it.
Yep.
You start moving towards the egg, and the elemental is moving forward. Why you approach from Source Rock?
I just kind of parallel with it to the side. I'm like, I'm just trying to look at it better, man. And pull out the little thing. Yes,
have
they're
no
here.
Need of looking.
There's 4 of them, 5. They stumbled into something. Well, I don't know what I should do right now. The stone's here. They think it's an egg. Are we sure this is who we're looking for? Again, they think it's an egg. Okay, fine.
Do you keep trying to approach the egg, the stone?
I would get as close as it appears I could get without triggering an attack.
It's-
weapon on my back, like
Mhm.
not making any aggressive motions.
The creature definitely sort of billows itself up as you like your boot starts to get wet, and you could feel the
Damn.
water start to like rise up a little bit further as the creature is getting close to you.
I sing a song in Primordial of the driest summer this valley ever had to try to remind this creature that there is a time that it's not here.
Give me either intimidation or persuasion.
Let's go with persuasion, actually. I rolled 2, and I don't know why, but both of them are under 14 with my modifier.
This creature is just sort of like the dryness, you could see it sort of like turns and twists, and it starts to shrink as if it's getting dry, and then it like, you dare shrink me with song, I will puncture you with liquid and steam.
Well, I haven't heard that one before.
Flee here, or I will drown you and make a corpse.
All right. I'm kind of looking over his shoulders and sketching the egg real quick. Is he the only one?
Give me a perception check.
Nice. Oh, beautiful. Natural 1.
Only one you see.
Gorgeous. I don't know if this is going straight to your machine, but there's only one of them here as I can see so far. I'm not going to fight it. And I just walk away a little bit.
Okay.
Whistle for Rook. And I guess we'll wait till morning.
You wait till morning. Roll me a d4, actually.
Oh, I'd love to. Sweet, a 4. Doing good.
It's just at the cusp of morning, right when that sort of the glow lights that float through this place start to subside and start to wane and float back up into their leaves or down into the floor. Right when they're about starting to fade, and right when the sun is starting to warm up in the sky and pierce through a little bit of this mist that clings to everything in Tir na Nog, that's when you notice the people you've been talking to have sent reinforcements, and they are here, just sort of waiting in the woods.
I think in my mind, as Meander, it would be better to get the tourists away from the area before the locals handle local affairs, instead of them stumbling over this. So I'm gonna go wake them up if they're not awake yet. I got a little pan I can hit. I've got some little flutes. I got a pipe shaped like a wave. Like, we can have a great morning.
Nice.
But then I'd try to get them going.
I think you said that Winnie was probably the last one on watch.
Mhm.
So
Winnie was the last one on watch, and she was using, oh my god, I've forgotten his name. The Rapple. Craig! Craig!
Craig.
Oh my god, it's
Because
just
Craig
Craig!
knows everything.
So terrified.
Yeah. I'm using Craig's 30 foot of blind sense to watch our camp
So-
while it's dark.
So Meander, as you get close, you see this, like, you thought it was a rock that just had a bunch of like brown lichen on it at first, and then it just sort of like lifts itself up on these little like the weird
Bubs.
protrusions from inside of like a sackcloth bag. It just lifts itself up on that and then like teeters over itself and just sort of bowling balls back towards Winnie.
At the elk. I know. You know what they say, a stone without moss has no story.
Rook just sort of like
Winnie-
hooves the ground and like digs in, clearly perturbed at this little alien thing.
When he scoops it and chucks it back in the little cage that she wears on her belt. I imagine it's too fat for the cage, and so there's like all the little like bumps like poking out of the cage as he's in there. Yeah. And I wake everyone up. Our
Having
guide
only
is
seen them
here.
in moonlight, is it more terrifying in the morning or like less
Yes.
terrifying?
More, at least for two of them. Three are regular enough humanoids.
I would say that whether or not Winnie knows it, there is definitely a soft, like mirrored glow in her moonstone eye whenever she's in moonlight. So even if she like looks away and the light is to her back, it should be in shadow. It's still casting this little dull bit of glow. Not enough to be like a torchlight, but certainly enough that like you could maybe spot her when you're looking for her. Saoirse, the plant satyr, the tree,
Well-
the satyr bush.
Right, she was a snake, a weird
Yes.
fungus snake when
true.
you saw her first. I think she fell asleep on Winnie, and then at some point transformed back and was just kind of curled around with Winnie, you know?
Winnie doesn't move.
Is there skin or anything you shed when you change bigger?
No?
Okay, good.
there is a brief moment that you do see as the sun is growing, the sun is waning. It's always there in the sky. You can always see it, but it's not casting light really anymore. And you can see Saoirse's body sort of like little flowers that would have been there start to close up. Little things that would have been nocturnal are now resting.
Why,
All over
you
me.
all awake and ready to go? Do you have any morning rituals you got to do? Talk to your gods or anything like that? Because you
The only
should
thing I
before
must
we
do
go in
is-
there.
I don't
Betty.
think any of us have any gods.
Oh,
Do we?
That's
DM.
Do any of you?
not entirely true.
do you want one?
No.
Oh,
DM.
that's fine. Rook,
Did we
I
get a
told
long
you.
rest? We got a long rest, right?
Yes.
You can click those long rest buttons. You got a long rest, absolutely, yes.
Ooh.
Merrick immediately does mage armor again.
Boop.
Do-
Oh, y'all got magic. That's useful.
Yes.
Very cool.
I grab my weird staff that I probably was also cuddling in my sleep.
As a snake, just eat it.
You see the staff, and it is this like dark black wood that has a little bit of like a squish to it, and you can see whenever she holds it tight enough, there is just this little bit of blood, black blood that leaks over her fingers where she's holding it.
Your staff looks infected.
Very probably.
I pull off my spear, which is also pitch black, but like, look at no squish. It's solid, it's dry, but you see powder, like black sparkled dust almost gets on him from it, like it's chalk or something.
I made
Yours
her
is
out of
pretty.
goo, so it makes sense.
It's true. Winnie, you did though.
I did.
Like, so you're her mom. I thought you were a sister,
No,
We're sisters.
we're sisters.
but you made her.
I believe it is
Yes.
remade.
I remade her. There we
Sorry, remade. That's better. That's better.
What's
We
everyone's
did tree
passive?
for a while.
What's everyone's
Passive.
passive investigation?
go.
17.
Investigation. 19.
10.
19. 10.
18.
Yeah, 10.
18.
Mm.
Okay.
Narcissa and I are just like, what's happening?
Narcissa and Winnie, you both notice that this spear that Meander is holding, there's a quality to the metal that feels almost like the same quality as the egg. It's just a little bit similar in a weird way. It's not casting that sort of green glow. It's not,
Mm.
it's different, but it feels different but same.
Interesting.
Have
With
we
that,
yet
I have a
introduced you
passive.
to the rest of our group?
Of
Sorry.
course. I'd love to. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
What were you saying before I
Morning.
rudely interrupted you? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's me. I'm the guest just stumbling in here before you all even made your tea. Anyone with the passive perception overly high would also see he winces a little bit when he slides his hand through it, just like a long trained, comfortable pain that maybe comes from using this item just a little bit, like splinters of the heart.
Understand. 100%.
We totally get that, all of us.
All of us.
This
All
of
us.
is Guinevere.
Ooh, Winnie,
Call me
Morning.
Winnie.
Winnie, and the eye, the shiny bright eye. Yes.
Narcissa.
Yes,
Hello.
just a wound, no shiny eye. All right.
Pebble.
Pebble. Are you a giant?
Yes.
You can tell. Thank you.
Oh, I can tell.
Not many people can tell right off the bat. It's really weird.
Most people don't know how old things are supposed to look.
Am I old?
Parts of you.
Oh. Okay.
Don't worry. That's a fun surprise you can save for later. and what about
Saoirse?
everyone? Saoirse? You were the
That's me.
snake. That's right. Saoirse.
And I introduced myself last night. Merrick.
And you're all married and you're the mom sister of that one. I got
Well,
this.
We got married.
Well,
We are
people come here from the
married.
city
He
all
is
the
not.
time. We're used to all this.
I'm glad someone is.
Do y'all cook? Do you need breakfast? Is everyone staring at me as I
We'll just-
stir them
we'll
from
just
their
have-
bedrolls?
We'll just have rations and move on.
Rations.
Yes.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
I will take things and actually put them into my mouth. It's weird.
And his eyes are like, what the fuck?
Do the little
But it's so
cordyceps-
wild.
I was gonna say, do little cordyceps like reach out and like grab the thing and then pull it back into the mouth?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like I go to put it in and it's like the little tendrils are like "Whoop."
Oh wow,
Oh my god.
y'all are
I think I'm all good.
vibrant.
Yes, thank you for noticing.
I got a bit of a glow up recently.
Well, I could think of nothing better than leading y'all to wander south.
Yes.
Well,
Shall we
That
be on
sounds
our
like
way
fun.
then?
southerly it is.
What? Yeah, let's go, Rook. Just start walking, very uncomfortably silent.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh.
will transform into an elk.
What season is it?
Like just Rook very clearly gets like that sort of like irritated, like do something about this, like, just, like nudging you with the antlers.
I know you hate poses. I'm sorry. Scratch them.
It's a very green tinged elk. It actually doesn't have a face, it doesn't look like. And the antlers look like dark, kind of barky material.
I don't think Rook should be worried at all. Doesn't look like an elk.
Rook and Meander stop like mid-step as we figure out what you look like, and just watch and just hold each other a little bit. Well, Rook
Yeah.
can't hold me back, but he leans,
Yeah.
wondering
We'll
if
just
we've
take
died and
out
this is hell a little bit.
Some of the dried apples from the rations and offer it to Rook and just here you are.
Wait. Reminds me,
Yeah.
can I say that I restocked on rations when we were back at Papa's? Because
Yes.
I just realized that we forgot to do like a restock of random items.
We could do like mundane
Nothing.
rationing kind of stuff. You could have absolutely refilled, and that was one reason that like the lake was interesting as a place to camp. Is refill water skins, easy access to fresh water,
Eggs everywhere.
eggs everywhere. Yeah.
Don't worry, this forest will always give you what you need.
I'll go
Oh,
take
good.
an apple slice too. But it's like it just kind of it's like the fibery things that come out of my mouth just kind of grow a little bit out and just take it.
Yes.
Rook is following along at a very comfortable distance, like on the other side of like some tree lines. It's just like, no. I don't need to be any closer to that.
He's just waiting for the whistle to be able
Yes.
to leave.
Yep.
So what are y'all looking for and why? This is a strange place to come poke around.
It is, yes.
We're looking for ruins.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fine. We like dungeons.
Narkissa is something of a
Adventurers.
archaeologist, I believe is the term.
We love to support dreams.
Those seem like two very different paths you just approached me from. Archaeology and dreams, but there's plenty of ruins actually down here. Is there anything specific you're wondering to find? There's like old markets. There's a like 10-foot by 12-foot section of an old road that I really love going to look at. It's just gorgeous in the fall. But is there anything you're trying to find in particular?
Anything that's like remnants of the first world?
Well, I can show you that road then. It's great. It's not very large, but it's pretty
Does the
nice.
road lead anywhere?
Not anymore.
Did it used to?
Oh, definitely to bigger ruins.
Perhaps the bigger ruins then will have what relic we seek.
All right. Someday someone's
Though
gonna
I
wanna
would
see
still
my
like
road.
to see the road.
It's way out of my
We
way
can-
now. That's all right. I'll show you the main event. You can decide on
Just
the
take
road
a
later.
huge detour.
Look, with how
On
all
the
of
way
us
back.
are, that would not be surprising for us to be like, no, let's go see the road first. You were excited about the road. Let's go to the road.
Yeah, how many hours will it
support
add
you.
on?
Oh, it'll add at least 2.5 there, and about 1.5 in a separate arc. Especially if we go around those bushes.
Oh, that does not seem much time at all to be added to our journey.
Let's do
We
it.
just can't go around the bushes.
Of course,
Right.
not the
Yeah.
bushes.
I'll show you the bushes
Alright.
when we see them.
We take a detour to go see this road.
You set out on the not road, heading for a road. And I
A
love
patch
it.
of road.
A patch of road.
Patch of road.
The ruins of a road that once led somewhere, and now laid nowhere, but they are their own place to be led to. As your group, and now meander deeper into Tir Nanog. Back in the Shadespire, curled up in a little corner of the place, is Jot. He has finally stopped hyperventilating from his little brush with the sudden emergence of Saoirse. Curls in on himself. All right, I think I have enough. I think I've saved up enough. I can do this. Especially if they're going. They're going this morning, right? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I can follow him. I can follow him. That's what I'll do. Okay. Gilgalira Sudvenia, I accept your invitation. The wall opens up behind him and he is swallowed into motes of firelight and flies that drift through the Shadespire's halls. Papa's nervous footsteps can be heard a few minutes later, coming to inspect whatever this was. But there's nothing there to find. And we'll find out what that ruined road looks like, and maybe what Jotholomew is going on next time you see us. Thank you so much for everybody for coming around and having a play, watch us play, doing some fun things. Thank you to Rara for joining us. Incredible. I love Meander. I can't wait to see more.
Sorry
much
about
fun.
all the stuff I made up, Matt.
Absolutely gorgeous. All of it. 10 out of 10. No notes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us.
playing D&D longer than you guys.
Oh my god, go away, Dad. My dad
Go away,
photobombed my
Dad.
video.
Photobomb.
Oh,
This is
man.
the
On
best
that
thing
note-
I've ever been a part of.
Oh my god, Dad! I'm streaming! God!
Literally us at Papa.
Literally.
Dad!
Oh, I want to go on adventures!
You're not my real papa.
You're not my real papa.
I wanted to see what you're hiding, Dad.
So much fun. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Ra. You'll be back next week for some more meandering, which is very exciting. If you do not know Ra, shame on you. They have been here for some of our guest streams in the past, Extra Life. And also, if you have not listened to The Heart is a Dungeon, you absolutely should. I know, Bun, if you have not listened, you will absolutely love it. The first arc is all about little magical bunnies that are made of like starlight and sunshine. And it's absolutely amazing. I've been having such a blast following along with the stories. So you should go check out The Heart is a Dungeon. You should also go check out our other shows throughout the week. And you should go check out us next week. Same time, same spooky place. And until then, are you ready for more tales?
Always!
Always.
Goodbye, everybody. Stick around for the raid, and goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Ta-ta.